and welcome back to Rivals of Waterdeep. My name is Carlos Luna, and we're going to go around the table and introduce ourselves.
Hi, I'm Tanya. I play Celise Astorio. My pronouns for both myself and my character are she, her.
I'm Brandon Sidis. I play Ren Leadon. Pronouns he, him.
I am Cicero Holmes. I play Perrin Underbow, and both of our characters are my character. Both of us are he, him. Our pronouns are he, him.
My name is Carlos Luna. I'm the Dungeon Master, and my preferred pronouns are he, him.
Hi, my name is Surena Marie. I play Ashbourne, and my preferred pronouns are she, her for both.
Hey, and I'm Shareef Jackson. I play Shaka, and my pronouns are he, him for both.
Yeah, guys, we're back. Season 2. Actually, if you are watching this right now, if you're in the chat, we're going to be doing something different at the end of the show. At the end of the show, for the last 10, 15 minutes, we're going to be taking questions for our characters and answering them in character. So if you're watching this episode right now and you're in our chat and you have a question for maybe Ashbourne about the episode, or you have a question for Celise about the episode, like how did you feel when you were doing XYZ? Go ahead and ask it in the chat and we will answer it for you to the best of our characters' knowledge. Don't make it too hard for us, but yes, we will be answering questions as our characters. Not personally as us, as, you know. So if you have a question about how I do my hair, just follow me on Instagram. I do updates. So let's get into it. Let's do a recap previously on Rivals of Waterdeep. What happened last episode, guys? What do you guys remember?
Crying. There were lots of tears.
My heart was ripped from my body emotionally, not physically. But we made it to the safe house, and it was full of like bandit kenkus.
Yeah.
And we had to fight them, and we uncovered Montgomery.
Yeah, Montgomery.
Yeah.
Yeah, who was hiding in a closet.
Montgomery.
Yeah, it just sounds like he's haunting something.
Yeah, like Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah, there were a lot of tears. I mean, Celise had this very intense bonding moment with Siraj.
Yeah, we got to hear Celise's backstory. Finally, which is fantastic. Well, not fantastic, but it was, it was nice that she shared with us. It wasn't a fantastic backstory.
Yeah, so, she does have a heart under all that armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was just great to use the removing of the mind worms as like a way to, like the mind worms trying to erase this memory. You have to choose what to do with it. I thought that was really cool with like Perrin's story and with Surena's story. I thought it was really, really cool to like have them kind of revisit that memory and make a choice.
Yeah, it's really hard.
Really
It was a hard choice. I didn't know what Perrin's backstory was, what his cornerstone would be.
Yeah.
We had never talked about that. So, going in, I was just like, okay, well, hopefully it's not that bad. And I was like, oh my God, he has to keep the door shut for his family in a burning fire. Like, oh my God, it was really terrifying for me.
Yeah. There's a lot to unpack with Perrin. There's probably more to his backstory that we didn't talk about.
Yeah,
maybe we'll talk about this.
His reaction in the end was like, okay, thank you, goodbye.
That's the goodbye before you go sit in a corner and like cry.
Yeah, that's like the kid who's like really happy, but then you look at his school notebook and it's got like all these bad drawings.
You're like, we need to talk.
Yeah. Perrin could probably do a couple of therapy sessions.
For sure. Brandon, what do you remember from the episode?
It was just really cool to see everybody's backstories, and then we got into the whole like Ren having to let go of his armor. I mean, it's like all his stuff and all his treasures and things, and learning about why he loves gold so much. And then we got to learn about Knock Knock's backstory too as well. Like they're having that reconnection from the beginning of the first season. How they met and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's I like I didn't know your backstory. But I love how those two characters are kind of the same, but like a foil of each other, where Knock Knock struggled to be what he is on the inside, and Ren struggled to show it on the outside. I found that really interesting too. What do you were about to say something?
Oh, yeah. I after Knock Knock's story, I was definitely like emotional jelly. And then I had to break into like my happy backstory where I was parent trapping like my my parents.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's
so true. I remember I watched the stream again, and for like I was taking notes and whatnot, and I'm like, I was describing Zaraj with his music box and all that, and then like I look up and I'm like, okay, what's the next part? And you guys are so misty-eyed. I'm like, oh no! Like I was not, and then like later on in the stream, I see Tanya put her hand. I didn't know that happened. It was so funny. I was just like,
it was really sad. It was a very sad episode.
It was so funny.
It was so
anyways, this is a sad episode, so let's get into it. No, I'm joking. It's not.
But are you?
Are you kidding?
No, I'm gonna try real hard. Let's get into it. The sun begins to rise, and with it, the city of Waterdeep. Light hits the rooftops of the dock ward as chimneys begin to spout smoke from their furnaces. Long streams of dark clouds start to make their way into the sky like ripples in a still pond. The city exhales. The sound of feet shuffling and gracious good mornings as early risers begin to start their day in the market. The smell of fresh baked bread and sweet cakes are light in the air as the bakery opens its doors. The slow, staggering steps of men who stayed way too late at the tavern can be heard as a baby wails in the distance. It's morning in Waterdeep, and these are all sights, smells, and sounds that the five of you have come to know oh too well in the past 3 months. 3 months. That's how long it's been. 3 months since your narrow escape, since the attack at the amphitheater, 3 months since you almost died scaling down the cliff, 3 months since the mine worms almost took hold of you, 3 months since losing the map, the book, and the stone, 3 months since the Levant sacrificed herself for you. Something you keep in mind during your training sessions with Zaraj. You think about it when you're too tired to move, when you're too tired to train. You think about asking him for a break, asking him to ease up. But then you realize you've asked far too much already. You remember awaking that first day, him lining you all up in a row, and the speech he gave you before your training began. The city is alive. It is a being, a creature, and its people, the blood. Each one of you is just a drop, an insignificant drop of blood. Remember that as you progress. Your mind will start to play tricks on you. It will try to convince you that you're better than the people in the streets, better than the merchant and the beggars, better than the aristocrats and the soldiers. I'm here to tell you, you are not. And this thinking will lead to your death. You are decaying the same as the rest of us. And it's not until you realize that you can truly be free. Free to move through the creature, to turn it, and to bend it at your will. Zaraj walks past his broken mirror and over to his bedroll. He opens up his music box that he's doing more often now next to the kaleidoscope, and it begins to play. He grabs a scroll next to it, and he walks back to you, unrolls the scroll on a broken table. You can do anything to someone that does not know their history, because history is doomed to repeat itself over and over again. Remember that, embrace that, and you can use that to control the creature. The five of you all lean in closer to get a better look at this creature that Zaraj is talking about, to see what horrors Zaraj speaks of, and unrolled before you is a map of Waterdeep. But it's not like the map you guys had earlier that you got from the Open Lord. it's not filled in. Like some of the roads are marked, some of the main roads are marked, and some of the places you've been to are marked. A few names are filled in here and there. You know, the theater is labeled, the Jade Rose is labeled, but not much else. Here are the bones of the creature. Learn it. Learn every turn, every building, every brick, every player, big or small, and place it on the map. Know the creature, and you will know what true power is. You hear the slow turn of thin chimes echo that tragic song in the back, and it's the only sound heard that night in the warehouse as you all stand in silence studying the map. That was 3 months ago, the start of becoming Waterdeep, and today is your first test. The streets are full by now, as the last part of the sun is revealed and your hearts are pounding harder and harder as each of you are traveling so quickly to Three Daggers Alley. That's where Zaraj told you to go. That's the area where locals have been disappearing. Now, you are all surprised that this was your first mission. People leave Waterdeep all the time, or people go missing in Waterdeep all the time, and that doesn't seem like something Zaraj would be too concerned with. These last 3 months, all he seemed to do is obsess about the Xanathar, the Xanathar's guild, and how corrupt the city watch is, the two he holds responsible for Levant's death. So you assume that Zaraj thinks the Xanathar and or the city watch are involved in these disappearances. Everyone roll initiative.
10.
Can you keep track of? Okay, cool.
16.
16. What do you got?
8.
9.
8, 9.
Oh,
Okay,
actually, mine's 11. Sorry, I forgot
okay.
I have a +1 on it.
cool.
Sorry.
Oh, actually, yeah, +4 in initiative. Oh, wow. I got a 20, sorry.
You got a 20? Okay.
Awesome.
Okay.
It's been a couple weeks.
Sorry, can you go around again? So you got a 20.
9.
9?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Celeste, what did you have?
9.
9. Which one have
I'm
you?
sorry, 8.
8. Okay.
He had a 9.
8, and then yours?
11.
11. Okay. Cool. Perrin's up first.
Cool. Who's the last one?
The last one is with the one with the 8. So
Me.
Celeste.
Awesome. Okay. Perrin. So you were training the last 3 months, right?
Sure.
How are you getting around the city? I imagine there's different ways to get around the city. You can go through the streets, you can go rooftops, the sewers. There's a bunch of different ways that you can travel. How are you traveling through? How did Perrin train?
Well, Perrin decided to ply his trade as a bard to get into places both high and low.
Okay.
So he would go to the watering holes of the vagrant and the destitute, and he would also, as a result of his popularity from the performance at the theater, he was able to entertain some of the most wealthy here in Waterdeep. So he has been going around, and through Perrin's travels, he realizes that while it's very, very important to know people in high places, it's sometimes even more important to know the lowest people in the lowest of places. So in a place like this, he knows to stick to the streets, but off in the corner, and he's become very adept, especially because he's so small. He's become very adept at mixing into the crowd and becoming unnoticed.
Cool. So he's kind of stealthily going through. He can move quickly. You're saying he can move quickly, and no one really thinks like, "Where's that halfling going?"
Right.
Or do you have it set up where he's going through people's businesses, like through the back door? Like, hey, every now and then I'm going to be running through. Like, instead of going around this entire block, is it cool if I just cut through? Is he doing stuff like that?
He's trying to build a network. He's trying to build a network where he can do that kind of stuff, but he hasn't gotten there yet. He is in the process.
I want to see that scene. So we're going to flash back real quick.
Okay, sure.
And I want to see Perrin talk to, who would he talk to? Like one of the merchants or?
So the first place he goes is to the barkeeps. So there was a barkeep that he met named Brandor.
Oh,
Brandor, the barkeep, is Perrin has a flair for alliteration.
Yeah.
So Perrin loves people that are alliterative themselves.
Okay.
So he met Brandor, and him and Brandor took a shining to each other.
yeah. Let's see if Perrin believes that,
Yes,
they've
yes,
taken a shine
yes,
to each other.
absolutely.
But let's figure that out.
Absolutely.
When you're doing this, when you're going out, are any of your companions coming with you?
Well, most of the time,
Yeah.
Ash and I are working together, and over the course of the 3 months, we've been going around doing shows. And we started out, and it was just Perrin, the great Perrin Underbow, out and about, and just performing in shows, making a little bit of money, and delighting people so that he can use that currency for information.
Ah, gotcha.
But as Ash has learned and as Perrin has already recognized, Ash has a flair for the dramatic as well. Ash has the ability to become a bard and tell great stories and entertain the people. So later in the last month or so, Ash and I have started to do like this vaudevillian.
Abbott and Costello?
Abbott and
Yeah,
Costello,
very
Lucy,
close to each other.
some Lucy and Ricky,
Desi.
where we would kind of play off of each other, and
awesome.
sometimes I'd play the foil to Ashburn, and so we've developed a group that is called it is Prickly Urchins
That's the name of your group?
Yes.
with Chips. And Chips will come out.
Oh, God.
You would jump through hoops.
And
Prickly
yes,
urchins.
yes,
Prickly urchin.
P-U.
yes, Prickly Urchins
With chips.
With Chips.
I could see the Saturday morning cartoon intro for it. Like they're all passing over, and then like you guys are kind of back to back with your arms crossed,
Yes.
and then the fox jumps in.
Yeah.
Like the real Ghostbusters.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's great. So you guys are together. You're going to these establishments.
Yes.
Let's go into this tavern. What's this tavern called? Do you know? Do you have a name for it?
The name of this one was the Drunken Wench.
Oh, the Drunken Wench. Okay.
Yes.
And what's this guy's name again?
Brandor.
Brandor. Okay.
Yes.
So I'm
Brandor the barkeep.
Yeah,
Yes.
I want to see this scene. I want
Right.
to see how both of your charismas work with Brandor, and we'll let that set the stage for how you interact with other people.
Okay.
Oh well.
Barkeep.
Hey, what's going on?
Well, there are a couple of things that are going on. The first is I am thirsty. Me and my companion here are very thirsty.
Well, I should hope so. You came into a tavern.
That is correct, sir. So we would like a couple of ales.
A couple of ales. I can do that for you. And then he turns around. He's talking to you in the mirror.
Okay.
So
Yes.
he's like filling up. He's just like, "Whoa. So what's your name, friend?"
My name is... Well, actually, this is my companion, Ash.
Oh,
Ashburn.
didn't even see you there.
Oh, hey! Yeah.
Are you old enough to drink?
Oh, yeah, I'm old enough to
Oh, I trust
do
you.
lots of stuff. Okay, cool. Yeah.
And I am Perrin Underbow.
Oh.
Bard extraordinaire at your service.
Extraordinaire. And he goes and he puts it down. He's just
Yes.
like, extraordinary. What's so extraordinary about you?
Have you looked at him? I mean, Perrin, you've never heard of the great, perilous undertaking that is Perrin Underbow?
Real charisma for you.
Okay, all right.
What we got here?
That is a 19.
Oh, maybe. I mean, it sounds really familiar. It's like that sounds like a really popular. Like I feel like somewhere I heard of you. I've heard of you. I'm sorry. I've never. You know what? I'm so dumb. These are on the house, guys. They're they're like what type of a performance art do you do?
Well, it is whatever the means and the role requires at that particular time.
We're flexible as artists. And like chips like pops out in my bag.
Let me get that guy some. Is this guy in your operation?
Yeah, well, together, we are prickly urchins.
And like we like pose, we, like a little like side pose.
Both of you roll performance.
Yeah, 26.
It is the first time someone has seen a Charlie's Angels pose. And this guy is all about it. Whoa!
Chips is the guns in the middle.
Wow! This is some Farrah Fawcett.
Right, yes.
Salsa Fox hair.
Yes.
What's going on, curls?
With chips.
Oh, with chips. Is this chips?
That's chips.
That is chips.
Oh, let me, but give me one second. He like ducks down. He comes back with a little bowl of water for the sorry, no chips, but I got water for chips.
Yes. So my good sir, what is your name?
Yeah.
Bradford, but everyone calls me Mr. B.
Oh, Mr. B, the barkeep.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a wonderful name. I love alliteration.
Oh, I mean, I love alliterations too. You know, we don't get much of this high class clientele here.
What I think that your establishment would do so well with more of this.
Well, I definitely think it would. It'd be better than this dump. There's like a drunk guy from the night before sleeping, like his head on the table. There's bottles of broken glass in the corner because they don't even like sweep it up. They just sweep it to push it to the corner. Floorboards are missing, stains and like carvings in all the wood. The worst carvings too, like not even good stuff. Yeah, I mean, I'm always looking for ways to, increase clientele in this establishment.
Exactly why we're here, my good man.
Yeah?
So we believe that all of Waterdeep belongs to the arts, and the arts belongs to Waterdeep. It doesn't matter if it is the Jade Dragon or the Drunken Wench.
Thank you, man. I appreciate. I'm an artist.
You're an artist?
Yeah, well, kind of.
What do you do, man?
I'm working on a novel.
All right.
Yeah,
Very
it's pretty cool.
What's it called?
A super gigantic clown. Now wait, hold on. I know what you're gonna think. How big is this clown, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking exactly.
Right now he's about 6 foot, which isn't, but it's the early stages. It's the early stages of the book. He's not that big yet. He's not that.
He just grows in the book?
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for, but I really can't find his back. Okay, the camera slowly.
Oh, no.
The camera slowly fades back, and we see this slowly fades back on this great moment and this connection that you have with this barkeep, where he's connecting with you, he's sharing. You guys are obviously connecting with him. I'm gonna say that you guys are very successful with what you've been doing the last 3 months. The camera pulls back and it transitions into Perrin's eyes and goes further and further back, and now we just see Perrin running through the streets. As he's running, he passes by Mr. B sweeping outside, and he gives him a wave. Yes. Perrin gives him some finger guns, and he's trucking too. Perrin was the first one in initiative, so he's actually getting to Three Daggers Alley pretty fast. Who's next?
Ashbourne.
Ashbourne. Okay.
Yes.
How are you traveling? What did you do in the 3 months? How were you preparing and training?
So, other than my duo with Perrin, I had been kind of pursuing more of the bardic management as well. Yeah.
Pursuing the bardic management. She says it like it's a thing.
You mean it's not?
I 100% believe it too. The way you said it, I was Mr. B in that tavern. It's something, yeah.
So she's pursuing that and also connecting with other performers in Waterdeep and trying to create a performer collective.
Okay.
And
How does she travel? How does Ashbourne travel through Waterdeep?
Through Waterdeep?
Through Waterdeep,
She takes a page out of Ziraj's book and tries to travel exactly like him because Ziraj has this mythology with him, the way he's like the Batman of Waterdeep. Mm-hmm. And so what Ash is doing as far as that is trying to build up her reputation. So she's this mysterious, scary thing that lurks in the night because her claw has caused so much danger with all of her friends, and she wants to be seen as something terrifying, so people leave them alone.
So is she like hiding her, or does she conceal her claw at all? Does she wear
Yeah,
glove?
she wears
long
a glove.
Okay. And so is she traveling on rooftops, or are you talking more rumors? Like she uses rumors to influence her travels?
She travels on rooftops.
On rooftops.
Yeah.
Awesome. So let's see that. I want to see her training. Does she train with Zeraj, or does she train with any of her? Is anyone else training on rooftops? Does anyone else travel on roof?
Nope.
No? Okay.
I would be training with Zeraj.
Okay, you would be training with Zeraj. I'm going to say one of you three tried it, though.
That day you tried it. Oh, yeah.
So the scene starts off. We see Ashbourne running on this rooftop, and she's getting really close to the edge. It reminds her of the first time she was really close to the edge, on the first time she was at this rooftop. The camera zooms into her eye and back into this, this day on this roof. And she's now standing next to Zeraj, waiting for Celise to climb this ladder. You just hear her armor clanking really hard.
You can do it!
I feel like Celise is also like an overachiever, so she would be the valedictorian in like her school. So she would just assume that she can do this, you know. And she might. We're gonna see. I mean, she could have been really successful and thought like, oh, I need a real challenge. So I want to see how successful you are at traveling on these rooftops. Zeraj is waiting for Celise. She finally comes out onto the roof, and he explains that a lot of the rooftops on a block are very close to each other. The gaps aren't huge alleyways. One of the tricks is, because of how the roads were made, a lot of the roads in Waterdeep were made. There are main roads like the high road, but a lot of them are kind of curvy. They're all over. There's no city planning to that. And a lot of that has to do with before carriages and all that stuff, they used like cattle and stuff. So cattle would, would make these trails, basically. That's kind of how they're all winding. That's why they go off in different directions and how they connect in different ways. And then they start riding horses and then stuff like that. And then it just people start making buildings around the areas that haven't become trails. Zeraj explains that while a lot of these buildings do connect to each other or have small spaces, there are still the roads that separate the buildings, that you will need to find a way over them, either through an alley to get to the next block. And that could be as easy as, a jump. You could have things prepared on the roof, such as like ladders that you can or like boards, and you can kick over, or what are those the Olympic things with the pole, the pole vault?
Pole vault?
Yeah. Pole vault over them, whatever you want to do. Traveling on the rooftop is much, much quicker than traveling on the street because Waterdeep is very congested, but it's much more dangerous, and you have to be extremely prepared. So you need to know, okay, on this roof, I need to have a board to swing over and put on that roof. Let's roll. I want to see how prepared you are. So actually roll survival, because this would be like your environment. You're making this environment.
17.
Oh, yeah. Awesome. Celise, roll survival.
Oh, God. Ooh.
What was that?
15 before.
Season 2 dice, man.
Yeah.
16 total.
What was it?
16 total.
Oh, awesome. So 16 and
17.
16 and 17. Yeah, you guys are great. You guys are both head of the class. You both have prepared your own separate paths on how you would do it. Zeraj is pretty impressed. He hasn't explained much. Like, he explained exactly what I explained. And he says, let's have a race.
What? You want to race?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, no, not me. I would destroy you. I'm pretty much already at the finish line. Before you begin.
I'm so excited.
So we're gonna do this in 3 rolls. So it's gonna be 1 out, 1 around, and then 1 back. Back to Zaraj. And yeah, let's start this off. So wait, what do you guys say? I want to hear some trash talk.
What? I don't.
Apparently, no trash talk.
It's like, I'm bigger than her. I can just throw her off the roof.
No, and I'm like stretching, and I'm like looking at you like menacingly, but it's kind of like
It's
like
a joke.
golden retriever. Like
Is Chips with you?
yeah.
Oh, he is.
And Chips is also stretching and looking at you like a golden retriever.
And Celise is like taking off heavier parts of her armor. Like,
Oh yeah.
all right.
Let's do it. Like, come on.
Does Chips have like a headband on?
Yeah, he has like a workout band.
Yeah, the first time the song "You're the Best Around" is
Yes.
playing inside that fox's head right now. Yeah, let's see it. Everyone roll. Well, what do you want to do? Like, how do you think you're? Do you think you're using your athletics through it, or more acrobatics? Like, how do you think you guys are moving through these rooftops?
I know I'm moving with athletics, so I'm
Okay.
I'm jumping, I'm climbing, I'm kicking boards down,
Yeah.
and pushing things to just make the track easier.
Cool.
But it's all just like speed.
Cool.
Athletics for me, because while Celise is actually faster out of her armor, and she spent that time training going, I don't always have to be in full plate.
Yeah. And also, that muscle of carrying like 50 pounds on you is off, and you're super light. Like, you feel super light, and like you can travel a lot faster. So yeah, roll.
Roll all 3 or 3 in a
No,
row?
just 1. Athletics first.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, only a 10.
Plus 17.
17. Okay, 17 and what?
10.
10. Okay, from the jump. Actually, you explain. Like, so you did. You obviously did better than Celise. Celise, you're a little bit behind Ash. But how do you guys make it to the first like 3 roofs?
So in this rooftop, have we already set up things?
Yes.
Okay, so I run to the side and I kick down a beam that was holding this board, and it falls flat. And I run on that beam, and I kind of start a chain reaction of beams.
Oh, okay.
So it's sort of like a
Domino?
domino effect with boards. And so each time I get to a board, it's about to fall. So I'm as fast as the board's falling.
Oh, nice. I love it. I love thinking of that scene. It's like a lateral shot where you're just like running and this board is like slowly falling
Yeah.
and you're going up it while it goes down.
Yeah.
It's like going straight down on it. Celise, how are you traveling?
Celise thought she was being really prepared by like having heavy wooden ladders.
Yeah.
Like kind of already set up so she could just run across them. But she slipped a couple times. Not off the roof, thankfully. But there was a couple like, I'm fast, I'm light. Oh, that was through the rung. Let me keep going.
I'll say Celise is probably over prepared on
Yeah.
it. Yeah. She thought of way too many things that could happen and gave herself more options than she actually needed to travel. So now it's a matter of like, pick and choose this one. Okay, pick and choose that one. As you guys are kind of going off in separate directions like this, and you're gonna make this turn and then go down where the other person came up. So as you guys are turning, I want you to roll acrobatics because this is going to be like a finesse type thing that you guys are doing.
11.
Oh, nat 20.
That was a nat 20?
Yes.
Oh, that's
I just
awesome.
see like an acrobat.
Yeah. Wait, what did you roll?
I got 11
Yeah,
total.
okay, yeah. So you're still fine. You're not falling down. It's that scene exactly from Aladdin where Aladdin is explaining to Jasmine how this works, and he's putting down the board, and then Jasmine pole vaults over him. Celise, you are very confident that you're doing it. You're doing it right. I know exactly what I'm doing. But then you look at Ashbourne, and it's like she makes it seem like an art. Like she makes it seem like ballet, the way she's like bouncing off things and moving around. You're not even halfway to the corner. Like you guys should meet in the middle. You're about a quarter of the way in, and she's already there. tipping your? Oh, how do you want to do it?
So we were just rounding a corner, right?
Yeah, you're both rounding your own trail. So basically, you're going from one roof instead of going like straight north. Now you're going east. She's going west.
So as I'm rounding the corner, I've actually laid out a rope. So I take, I'm running at the rope. I take the rope and I'm swinging to like go around the corner like that.
Yeah.
And then Chips pops out of my backpack and just kind of waves at me. And just running through.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
what are you thinking when you see this? Yes, that's what you're thinking. That's exactly. For anyone listening to this on the podcast, Tanya just squinted her eyes.
Like I hate you, but I don't really.
Yeah, it's not about Ashbourne. It's not about hating Ashbourne. It's about like you like not being the best at it. I think it's more about
Totally.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna have some recrimination.
So we're in the last leg, the fast run. This is the fun part because you're actually using Ashbourne's uses Celeste's paths. Celeste is using Ashbourne's path
Oh, God.
on how they
Sorry.
did things. So roll athletics again.
15.
6 plus 7 is 11, 13? 13, yes.
Okay, 13 and 16. Okay, so Celeste, you're traveling down Ashbourne's path, and you like it. Like you're like you get it. Look, she has this part marked off on her board that she knows it has to hit the line at this point, and I can travel. Like, oh, that's nice. It's all laid out. Like, oh, and that actually looks like it's a part of the building. Like, oh, this is great. Ashbourne, you're just like, what is this? like it all makes sense, but some of the wood is super heavy for you to like pick up, and you're just like, why does this doesn't even matter? Like guardrails. Who put guardrails on a board? It's a neck and neck approach. I will say that Ashbourne, you do take it because you did have 2 higher rolls before the last one, even though the last one was still good. You guys make it. Zaraj is very impressed with both of you guys. He's just like, good work, great job. He's especially impressed with Ashbourne. Celeste, he thinks that you did a great job. How are you feeling right now?
Celeste is like, I did it, but I could do better.
Yeah, you want to do it again.
Yeah. Like that's gonna be
2 out of 3.
not against Ash. Just like Celeste is gonna push herself really, really hard.
Yeah.
Like she had planned to go be in the alleys because armor, etc. But
Yeah.
he's like, no, I've got to do better.
Cool.
And Ash is she's just like how people are after they like play sports. That's like just so much. You can tell I don't play sports at all, any sport. But I'm just like so excited, and I'm trying to like chest bump Celeste and
Like,
yeah. So I chest bump you, sort of like chest bump up, and I'm running around Zaraj, and I'm just like, yeah, and I'm punching the air.
Don't do
Yes,
that.
yes,
No,
yes.
stop. Just
High
please.
five.
Okay.
Booty bump.
Here
we go.
Your fox is touching me now. No, we don't. And it zooms out from that into Ashbourne, and she is on this roof, and she's running. She's actually on Celeste's boards and feeling good about it. That she made like slight modification on her, made her pull a little bit shorter for her size, and you're feeling good about this entire training thing. I would say that you're doing great in your travels. You're right behind Perrin. You could actually see him from down below. As you look down, you see Perrin is obviously really focused. You're in the air with your pole and you're looking down. Perrin's very focused, and he just turned around and is waving and does finger guns at someone. And you're like, who the hell is he doing that for? Who's next?
Shareef.
Shaka. Mm-hmm. How are you traveling through the city? What did you do during your training? Training. Yeah.
Train away. So one thing that Shaka noticed through the previous adventures at the Jade Rose, at the I forgot the name of the bar, like shady bar that I went to.
Yeah.
But one thing
Where
that
Dirty D is.
no, not first bar, not that tavern. Yeah.
Dirty D, cut to Dirty D just like sitting at the bar. I'm joking.
Well, you might hear some more about Dirty D.
Yes.
Yeah. So like one thing that he noticed is that like this sort of help staff, like the bartenders, the people that are like the janitors, like they always seem to have sort of an eye contact thing. Usually when somebody does something dumb, they all kind of just like look. And like Shaka kind of remembers that from sort of when like he grew up in like his kind of tiefling group. It was like a very like there weren't a lot of words spoken. It was a lot of like
Body language,
motions, eye contact and stuff. So he sees that in like the help staff, and he says, "Hey, you know what? I think I can do that, and it would give me access to shops, to people's houses, right?" So like what he does is he starts to employ himself at different things. He's a dishwasher for like some time.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And he also does that at different people's like residences because they need people to like clean up their mansions and like stuff. And like having a tiefling to them is sort of like a novelty thing.
Oh yeah.
Shaka kind of takes advantage of that, right? So they can get access, they can hear about different gossip because he's still thinking about like the Xanathar and like getting this gold and like all that stuff. So the way that he normally travels is through like shops, right?
Yeah.
And he notices that most of the time, if he walks up to say a carriage, right, the people that like the wealthy people that like own that, they don't know how many servants they have.
Oh yeah.
So like he just goes and says, "Hey, I just finished doing your clothes and like I need to get to the store." And they're like, "All right."
In plain sight.
come
Yeah.
in. Yes.
That's what he's doing. He okay, so
Absolutely.
he's taking on the persona of the ignored servant.
Yes.
So he can blend into any situation
For sure.
that he wants by creating this rapport with people. And he's using their nonverbal communications like to his advantage.
Yep.
What's one of the first times you tried this?
So the first time that I tried this is to my quest to find Dirty D, guys.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you double fold. You're like looking for this guy and looking for work.
Absolutely. Because I knew that like he was a little wealthy, and I knew that he went to the theater, right? Because he was there during the whole shenanigans, right? So like Shaka kind of camps out by like the theater, I guess, would be either closed off or like maybe not.
It's a little bit
not-
away from. It's
yeah,
a couple. It's
yeah.
like a block and a half away.
Yeah, but there's similar places that he guesses that he might be. So
Yeah.
so he kind of like maybe stalking might be the word.
It's it's
but he's
what's it called in the paper? Misconnections or
Craigslist.
yeah, it's like a Craigslist.
wait.
You, a tiefling.
You a D so dirty.
it really might be like a Waterdeep misconnection on like a tablet or something.
Yeah.
like an actual
We had
stone tablet.
chickens.
I was an angry father.
Looking for friendship in all the right places.
Yeah. So he sees him, and he kind of like follows him back to like his like a place, and he sees some like servants that are like sort of like in the back having a conversation, right?
Yeah.
So he just goes up to him like, "Hey guys, like I'm really looking to like help out. Do you know if there's any way that I can get
So
in?"
he's at a tavern. He's at the tavern that Dirty D frequents, right? And he starts talking to servants to
Yes.
try to get into the
Yeah.
network. Awesome. Is Shaka doing this with anyone from his crew? Is anyone around? Does he bring anyone with?
I would say on this one he would probably be by himself.
Okay, he goes by himself. I will say, yeah. So let's do that. Let's you're saying that there was a day that you went in. This was the day that you went in, and Dirty D was there.
Yes.
Okay.
He was
Cool.
there. Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
So we're gonna need some deception and or charisma going on here. So you go up to. There's a table of what would you say? These two servants.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of dressed like butlers, or what are they dressed like?
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
like
yeah,
the help.
yeah, like wait staff.
Yeah, and you can kind of tell that they are wearing the colors of some type of rich person's manor or whatever their crest is or something, and they're chilling.
Mm-hmm.
They're just hanging out, having a beer. Is Dirty D at this table, or is he at another table?
He's at another table.
Awesome. I love
Yeah,
this.
another table.
I like this a lot.
Yeah, he he doesn't sit with the help.
Okay. Cool. Wait. Dirty D's not rich though. He's.
I had the sense that he was.
I think he's upper middle class. I think he's a teacher.
Yes, he's
upper
okay,
middle.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's not like a.
He's not a servant or the wait staff, but he's also can't afford like servants or wait staff.
So he's like, well, he was a teacher, right?
Yes.
So he's like a tenured professor, and not the school chancellor. or
Yes,
something
exactly,
like that. Yeah.
exactly. He's doing good.
Right.
He's taking 2 vacations a year. But okay, so you approach this table. These 2 servants are at this table, and they're just having a conversation with each other. What do you say? What's your opener? What's Shaka's opener?
Okay, so like I have a drink in like my hand, right? So like I just walk up. I like take a quick look at like what they're drinking, and I can't think of any medieval drinks. But I say whatever the name of like the drink is. Say, hey, I just tried that Waterdeep infusion.
Yeah, it's
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. They're putting little orange slices in it.
Yeah. I know. I'm more of a pomegranate fan, like myself. But,
Roll charisma. I want to know if the pomegranate opener is as successful as you
Pomegranates even
think.
exist.
13.
13. Yeah, I would say he's not turned off by it. He likes this conversation. It's just like, oh yeah, I've never tried that before. My wife, my wife loves pomegranate so much. Have a seat, man. Have a seat.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. So, I've been, I just noticed from like some of like the sort of like little stains on their shirts that they probably do like the like a wait staff thing. So I fake like I don't know. I'm so like I kind of make up a story like, guys, I just been working for all day.
I hear you, man. I hear you.
And it's just so hard sometimes. Just like. Waiting on these people, man. They're just so demanding.
He kind of looks around. This guy looks around. They're horrible. They're horrible. I'm saying it loud. Everyone hears me. He's like, God, settle down. I'm saying it. They're horrible. They're so demanding. I tell you, this lady, I work for her. 13 years. 13 years. You got it? 13. He's heard the story before. Calls me Kevin. Like called him Kevin last week. Kevin, can you believe that?
Is your name Kevin?
No, my name's not Kevin. God, my name's Ingleworth. It even says it right here, Ingleworth. I ain't even met a Kevin before. We've never met a Kevin before. It's so weird. Yeah. These people think that the sunshine, the sun shines on the ass. I was gonna say ass. Why do you always cut me off? When you from? What's your name?
Mm-hmm. My name.
Don't say Kevin.
You got me. Shaka, actually.
Shaka, I love it. And you like put it there, and you guys shake hands. Yeah. It's just like, oh man. So what do you do?
What do I do? Well, so I just left my last employer, so I'm actually looking for a new gig, man. I'm just out here just socializing. And I saw you guys, and you look cool. Do you know if there's any openings wherever you guys are?
Oh man, there's tons of them. People always going in and out. They don't even know who we are most of the times. I tell you, if you're one of these, you can get in pretty much anywhere.
Oh, hey, do you have an extra one?
Do I have an extra what?
Extra
Roll charisma.
And like, here's my LinkedIn profile. 7.
No, this wouldn't fit you. This wouldn't fit you.
Are you talking about like my weight here?
No, I'm talking about my weight here. He's a big guy,
Yes,
too.
yes, you are.
It's just like, I like this guy. This Shaka guy's great. I love this guy, Shaka. And you hear the sound of a chair move, scrape the ground. And you hear footsteps very slowly, like clink, 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 clink. Roll perception.
Okay. Well, they changed it. Okay. All right. 16.
16. Awesome. You're having this conversation. You're taking some swings. You're not knocking it out of the park. They're not like, turning it down. They're not getting upset or anything. It's just kind of like not turning in your favor or whatever. And every time you make a little reach like that, you put yourself in a position to be found out, that like there's put you in a position to make these people suspicious of you. So you're well aware of your surroundings. So well aware that you see out of the corner of your eye, someone sat down at the table like across from you guys and is now looking intently at you, kind of like, huh. And it happened right when they said your name, Shaka. So while you're at the table, you're still having this conversation with these guys. No, man, you can pick these up anywhere. Like pretty much, you go to a laundromat and just like take it off the shelf. I'm not saying he's not saying you can actually. You don't have to do that. No stealing. Yeah. That's another thing. You don't steal, do you?
No, I don't steal.
Okay,
No,
I didn't expect you to say you did.
I know that's a tiefling thing. You guys all think.
No, that's not a thing. I know lots of tieflings. He knows lots of tieflings. My brother-in-law's a tiefling.
Your evil in-laws are a tiefling.
No, he's not evil. He's not. I'm not saying he's evil. He was a great addition to the family. We know each other. We talk. We hang out. Beautiful kids. Oh my God, beautiful kids. I'm just now I feel weird. Now I feel really weird. Now I feel I'm flush.
I'm just messing with you, man.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean anything. I didn't mean anything by that. I'm so sorry.
I'm just messing with you. That's all.
And so now you kind of have him like a little flustered. He's like apologetic. He wants to like he's just like, oh yeah, man. No, I didn't mean nothing. But if you're having hard times, you definitely need to there's tons of places that are hiring around here. Shaka, I mean, and you hear Shaka. Shaka, and coming up to your table is that tiefling that you met that day, that nerdy professor tiefling, Dirty D. What was his actual name? Do we remember? It was like Jellyman. Was it something Jellyman?
It was like Robert Jellyman or Rupert Jellyman.
Rob Jelly.
It was R something Jellyman.
But why was there a D? Where did the D come from?
Well, I called him a dirty devil.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. I was like, Dirty Daniel?
Wow. The chat got it. It's Robbie Jellyman.
Robbie Jellyman.
Robbie, thank you, chat. Shaka, it's me, Robbie.
Rob,
Dirty D.
Dirty D, what's up?
What is going on? How are your chickens?
Dirty, I want to apologize, man.
Oh.
I had something crazy happen, as you saw, like my, I don't want to keep up the daughter thing. So
Your daughter? Was it not your daughter? The two guys at the table are staring at you right now.
All right, man. I got to buy you a drink. Come on.
A drink?
Yes.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yes. All right. What's your favorite drink?
Oh, you know what my favorite drink is.
Oh,
as
yes.
my best friend.
That is true. A Waterdeep fusion for this man.
You got it.
Please. Okay.
Hey, who are these guys?
You don't know who they are?
No, I mean, like, hey, why didn't you call me back? I'm sorry, guys. Can we just?
Do you have a cell phone?
No. Why didn't you come find me? You never came back to the bar.
Wait, where were you waiting at the bar?
I've been waiting at that table. I come back every day. I've been so sleepless over there, just waiting for you. Sometimes I go to the roof and I look down and I wait for you. Shaka, look at this jacket. And it says Dirty D embroidered on the back of it.
Wow.
It's my jacket.
I like it, man.
I made one for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it says, it's oh my god, it's. I'm not going to do this joke, but I want to do this joke. It's an embroidered jacket that says Shaka, and it has like the Shaka hand gesture, the shocker, the. Anyways.
Take it back! Don't do that, Joe. Take it back!
Okay.
I got one for you.
Yeah, man. So I know you heard about all that crazy. Well, obviously I saw you when all that crazy stuff happened.
Oh yeah, that was an insane night. What if that was the funnest night of my life?
So man, what happened was, you know, the tiefling thing, man. Like they thought I was involved with it. So I had to run out.
For sure.
So I'm back now because I was looking for you, man.
Oh, you were looking for me?
Yeah, I didn't think you'd be, here for 3 months. but
I'm a regular. The bartender comes up, puts his regular food that he gets every day, on the
nice.
table for him.
Nice, some apps.
Oh yeah, dig in. These are the best wings in. Well, the best wings in this bar. There's a lot of better wings in other places. I really wish we went to a better bar. Anyways, yeah, we can hang out all the time. My calendar is wide open.
Wait, I thought you were a teacher. Don't you have classes?
Oh yeah, but I could skip that.
No.
What are you talking about?
The kids need you.
No, Dirty D and the Shaka.
All right, so
this is picking up. I want you. Well, here. I'm actually gonna roll with these guys. These guys are so. These guys are loving the rapport that you have. You're a man of the people. You know what's going on. Like you obviously have your best friend right here with you. You just seem like fun guys. Yeah. This guy's a teacher, which is obviously like he's not going to be associating himself with like lower class people. These guys are like, you seem like a really cool guy. This guy seems you guys are making embroidered jackets. That's really cool. Hey man, and he like writes down on this like slip of paper. He's just like, go see my friend. Go see my friend here. And he like slips you a piece of paper. It's like it's an address with his signature on the bottom. He's like, he's gonna hook you up. There's a lot of odd jobs that you can get all around. They're always looking for positions to fill. Tell him that I sent you and you're all good. Hey, it was really nice meeting. Yeah, Shaka. And it slowly fades out through the bar, through like the doors that like go back and forth or whatever to you. As you are very calmly, almost like Ocean's 11 style, casually walking through this person's house while you like undo this uniform. You take it, you throw it into a big pot, like where like a big vase, basically a fancy vase in the corner, and you throw it out there. You have the other uniform underneath. As you pass by the owner of the house, you tip your hat. Just like it looks so casual and so clear and so calm. Your heart is racing because you're trying to get there faster, but you know because you didn't have to go around this huge block, you just went right through this house. And now you are making your way to Three Daggers Alley. Nice. Who's next?
Next is Brandon.
Brandon. Awesome. Rin. Yeah. Rin, what have you been doing the last 3 months?
So Ren's been kind of like sneaking around through the town of Waterdeep. He kind of like took like Zaraj's like training really seriously, and so he also took the words that he said when he had to give up his armor and stuff. He was like, your appearance will attract attention to your friends. And so Ren's been feeling guilty since like he left in the first season and like was gone for so long. So he like now wears all black, and he like his ears, like the golden tips, like he's like has like dirt in them to kind of cover it, so people can't see it.
Oh wait, are they?
They're in his ear. They're in his ear.
Oh, that's awesome.
So he has like dirt in there so people can't see it. So he's like been like sneaking around, and he kind of like met this person named Levin. That's why I called her. Levin. Yeah. So she is like also like he's been stealing things, stealing money, food.
Okay.
And trying to keep it like a secret from his friends because he doesn't want people to know that he's feeling bad about it. He's trying to protect everyone.
Yeah.
So, but he's also been kind of going a little crazy a little bit. So, but he's been traveling with this girl named Levin, and they've been stealing stuff and just kind of getting a little closer. How
are they? What type of stuff are they? Are they pickpocketing? Are they going into shops? Are they shoplifting? Or are they stealing at night? When are they stealing?
Oh, they're like shop. Well, they're like pickpocketing people because they're doing it like very secretive. They're trying to be stealthy because Ren's trying to get his stealth a lot better from the last season.
Okay.
Just trying to stay in the dark and the shadows.
Okay, awesome. So do you normally do this at night, or you go to events?
I would say at night.
Okay, so you go at night. Is any of your party with you or around you at that time? Are you doing this like you said you're doing this under without them knowing?
Yeah.
But are they around when do you do it when they're around?
No, he doesn't
too?
do it when they're around because he doesn't
Okay.
want people to know this is happening.
Oh,
he just
awesome.
is trying to keep the persona that he has the armor and everything gone, but he's still trying to provide for everybody, but not saying how he got it.
That's awesome. Real quick, something that I didn't mention, as Shaka was walking out of that house, the camera zooms out and we see it's the same house that Ashbourne is on the roof of. As she's on the roof, she sees Perrin as she's vaulting over. She's on a roof. Shaka is just leaving that same house casually. So now we are seeing Ren. Ren, we are at night. It's nighttime. It's very lively. What would you say one of the first times that you decided to go back to pickpocketing was? What was that night like?
Yeah. So Ren is in the alley, just kind of staying in the shadows and just looking at everybody, walking around, and just in his mind, he's just feeling like people are disgusting, just walking around and looking lavish because he's taking everything to his head that he used to be like that, but he's disgusted by it now. So he's just oh, this is so disgusting, and I can't believe people live like this. And then he knows that he has to get food because he's getting hungry because he's got he's lost a lot of weight too.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, because he's just taking it so serious, all the training and stuff.
Yeah.
So he starts walking out and sees someone a lady with a purse.
So is he doing this in a Fight Club Tyler Durden kind of way where he hates consumerism, capitalism?
I was kind of thinking
Is
that.
it kind of like that?
Yeah,
Okay. But at the same time, he has to make some conceits where he has to still feed himself.
Yeah.
Is that type of thing? Okay. What's Levin's, what's her personality like?
I felt like she was she was a very dark person, and she was always serious and never laughed or anything. Cause that's when Ren first met her, he was still perky and stuff. And she was like, if you're going to do this, we have to be very serious about this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Levin comes up behind him and she's wanting him to go, it's your time to go and get something from her.
So you guys are trading off.
Yeah.
And does she do it Rin is doing it, where it's almost or is she doing it I'm keeping my stuff, I don't care what you do with your stuff?
Oh, they switch off of who, they pretty much watch each other's back just in case if something happens.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna see how. So in terms of pickpocketing, how do you travel during the day? How would you travel? Use this to travel during the day?
Pickpocketing?
Yeah, or
yeah.
Or how are you using this in your advantage to travel?
I would say Ren is when he's walking amongst the people, he's his clothes are not dingy and dirty, but his ears are, of course. But he's just walking amongst people and then just grabbing stuff as he's walking past really quickly, and then just continuing on with his day.
Yeah. And people don't want to be around him.
Yeah,
People will make way as he, and people don't want to have a conversation with someone that bumped into someone that looks just, that looks like Ren does. So it makes it easier, I guess. Or you believe it makes it easier. We're going to find out real soon. So you're in this alley and it's facing one of the streets, a busy one. And Levin comes back and she's like, oh, look what I found. Look what I found here. Look at this guy. Look at this jamoke over here. Don't even know. Look how much cash he has. And I guess it wouldn't be cash, but it was look at all this copper I got from this guy. We could take this and one of those. And what do you gotta go out there.
Yeah, I need to get something. I'm so hungry. I need to get some money.
I mean, listen though. I know you like to steal a little bit more, but you don't have to get rid of everything, You can start saving it.
Saving?
Yeah.
I don't save money.
Well, I mean, how long do you want to be out here?
As long as it takes for me to me and my friends have to go.
Okay, buddy. I mean, I want the best for you. I want the best, but just be careful when you're out there, okay?
All right. I think I'm gonna do it this time, but I'm gonna sneak right past around the corner, and I'm gonna need you to distract her though.
You want me to, okay, I'll distract. So your mark, what does your mark look like?
What mark?
The
the
person
that
you're
you're
about
gonna
to
see.
steal from.
Like yeah, I feel like she's like has like a feathered hat for some reason. I see her like in this red dress and it's all like fancy
It's
and
like
stuff.
Rose from Titanic.
That literally,
Yes.
that's what I was thinking in my head.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, literally was thinking that. And so she's like talking to someone, but like Ren needs Levin to distract her because like the angle that he is in is like she could see him either way.
Great.
Or someone on like whatever it's like.
That she can talk to.
Yeah.
So you roll sleight of hand. Levin's going to roll performance.
Okay. 10.
Okay. She rolled a 16. So it goes pretty well. Half and half though. So she runs out and she starts singing a little ditty and starts dancing and it's just like, come on, you cheapwads. Yeah, come on, look at this dance. Blah, blah, blah. It's very over the top. She hates you for it. You should be better. You should be better at pickpocketing at this point. You really should. Also, she's a little upset that you look like you're like one of the orphans from Annie. like, dude, we don't all dress like that. It's like it's like when you're watching that movie where the rich guy decides he's going to be like one of the
Right.
poor guys, and like there's rips and stains all over him, and he like rustles his hair up. He's like, I'm poor now. This is what poor people are. It's like, well, poor people aren't like that. So she's a little angry, and she's doing a really good job. She can like do a performance very easily. You go in to pickpocket. What do you trying to steal her purse or?
No, he's trying to like go. Yeah, no, actually, he's trying to steal her purse.
Trying to steal a purse.
Yeah.
Okay. You go in. You rolled a 10, right? You
Yeah.
got a 10. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You go in for the purse. The first time you're like, oh no, purses are connected to straps. This is weird. And you go and you like take the little clasps off the entire thing. The purse hits her a couple times and she just kind of like scratches her back around your hand. That's like there. She doesn't touch you, but it does feel weird for her. And you make your way back with her purse to the alley. Roll stealth as you make your way back.
All right.
So she didn't notice you, but...
Okay. 16?
Oh, yeah.
17. Oh, 5. That's the first time I do that. Yeah.
Yeah,
17.
17. Great. I mean, no one notices. It's working exactly how you plan. No one wants to be by this little orphan boy. No one wants to mess with him. You're able to head back into the alley like no problem. Do you split the loot with her?
I think to be fair, we should do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you like she goes out alone a lot of times, but you're kind of like an apprentice, I guess, like a poor apprentice or something. Which it's so funny because you probably take it super serious, and 11 really doesn't. She's just like, "What's with this guy? Like, what's this deal?" But it also means she gets to split the pot with you, and you take all the risk, and she doesn't. While you're dividing things up, let's say I want to hear a conversation that you have with her about you have a conversation with her, and she turns to you. You're dividing it all up, one for me, one for you, and you're obviously not dividing it up equally, and you're definitely not dividing it up where you're getting more of the share, know, like you're not like there's a bracelet in there. It's obviously worth more than the bronze that you found in there. But instead of splitting it up, instead of asking more for the purchase or having a conversation, you're just like, fine, you have that. I'll take this and all that. And while you're doing this, Levin looks over at you and she says, "So, how long do you think you can do this for?"
That's a good question. I didn't think I'd ever go back to this kind of world again.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you got out. You got out, and you should just stay out. I don't know who wants to come back to this.
I have to protect my friends. I know what it's like being a thief, and I know what it's like being poor and not having anything. But I met people who've changed my life forever, and I swore that I would do the best I could to protect them and not cause trouble like I have already with them.
Yeah. Family's really important. Really important. She like sighs a little bit. You find your family, Ren. You take care of them. That's what you do. And it's kind of this heavy moment a little bit. Like you catch on halfway through and then a pause. But next time, you do the dance. The camera fades away and you both laughing about that. It goes back out the alley. And as we see Shaka walking out the front door of this rich person's estate, he opens the door, the carriage for someone as he's walking the corner. Like he's going to do it very quickly. He's going to open, oh, here you go, sir, closes it, and then like he's bolting the other way. As we see that same rich person go into the carriage, we see the rich person give a snide look as Red as he leaves the alley and starts running in that direction. Overhead, Ashbourne has just vaulted over, and we see Perrin doing more finger guns as people on the street as Ren cuts from one alley to the other on the opposite side. So you're all kind of zigzagging across into each other's locations. And we cut over to Celise. Celise, how have you been preparing?
Celise has taken a lot of what Siraj said to heart. And so she didn't give up the armor, but she did give it over so it could get modified. So she's not like this bright, shining mithril beacon. So her armor's darkened. Her shield is actually darkened. The very bright red Tiwaz rune that was there before is darkened, but she had the grooves cut. So by touch, she knew it was there as more of a comfort thing. Because she listened to Siraj, and at heart, she's a soldier, and she knew following his orders, following his training would be better for them. But she's also feeling conflicted because she is a paladin.
Yeah.
So she feels a little bit like, I'm doing stuff for Siraj. I'm trying to do sneaky things. But am I still upholding my oath?
Oh, is she an oath breaker?
Not yet.
She's
she's on the cusp.
Maybe an oath breaker. Yeah.
She's conflicted.
Yeah.
But she also feels much closer to Siraj after they had that moment.
Yeah, for sure.
Because no one else was around when she told him her story.
Yeah.
So they had that bonding moment. And so she's gotten very serious. Like she still goes and does stuff for the Order, the Hall of Justice. But then if Siraj sends her on a mission, she goes and takes that mission. And that's what's causing her the conflict. Because she knows that at the end of this, they have to save these people.
Yeah.
And so she's thinking about that. She's thinking about the book and the stone because she felt responsible for them. So it's like, we were gone. I wasn't doing my duty. So now all of this stuff is gone.
Yeah.
Especially like the stone, because she felt like I found it. I should have kept up with it. I should have kept it with me. And while the burn books freaked her out a little bit, she thought it was like the key to justice, to having ways to swap out people and also to find the person she's seeking.
Oh, yeah.
Because
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, because she did see that person in the burn book.
Yeah.
But without knowing where it went, because she has no way to track it, she has no magic.
Yeah.
Well, she has no magic like that. So she's been confiding with Siraj a lot and training, and on occasion going up to the rooftops because she just really wants to be an Ash, but in a friendly way.
Yeah.
But she's been sticking to the alleyways and the dark corners and like going down to leather armor when she needs to, or when she does have to be fully on guard wearing her mithril armor, but it's like darkened and very weather beaten. So someone looking at her might think she's a fallen paladin, but not assume that, she's with this group of people that I guess the guard may or may not still be looking for.
Yeah, I think the city, you guys are in an area where the city watch, I mean, you guys laid low for such a long time. So many things have happened already in Waterdeep. Plus, you're not in the most prestigious area. It's fallen by the wayside on there's not an active hunt for you, basically. But keeping a low profile is very important, I would say. I've always considered Celise the Leonardo of the group, the Leonardo Ninja Turtle, so like Leonardo is very much like answers to Splinter a lot, like confides in Splinter, I kind of see that relationship with Zaraj. I wish I explained it more in a real person manner.
I was there.
I know people from me.
Yeah, I'm there.
I got where you're going.
Yeah, now you've committed to make us all turtles.
Okay.
And there's 5 of us. So.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Double
Dream
up.
sequence for all turtles.
like we have, Donatello, obviously.
Right,
I got the bow. Do we have 2 Michelangelos? Do we have 2 Michelangelos? Raphael, so brooding.
That's
pretty easy. Okay.
And Sleaze has also been a little bit worried about Ren because he seems to have lost his happy-go-lucky demeanor.
Yeah.
And also being a paladin, she's like, "Where are you going, buddy? What this whole is it a goth phase?"
Yeah, he has his own in his room where makeup would be on a counter. It's like different types of dirt pastels, like a palette of dirt.
like dark blues paint.
He gets new. He doesn't even get old clothes. He gets new clothes and makes them look old. That's how I would see it. Anyways, so Celise, jack of all trades, she's kind of learning everyone's thing. She's keeping tabs on everyone. How is Celise traveling through training to travel through the city?
She's doing mostly like alleyways, dark corners, because she knows her stealth is not the greatest.
Yeah.
While she can get by, she has to run on rooftops. If she's not weighed down, she's preferring the ground.
Gotcha.
So she's got her sword and shield again, and she's trying to get comfortable being outside of her heavy plate because that was more than just protection in a lot of ways. It was also emotional protection for her. So dark leather armor, doing what she needs to do. Spending a lot of time with Zaraj, both in hand-to-hand stuff, but also just learning better about stealth, and because she's already really intimidating. She's not a small woman.
Yeah.
But learning to also kind of finesse people, be a little bit more soft in some ways.
Oh, okay. That was a ding in my head. What is one of the first times? So Celise goes to sleep. She's trying to be well-rounded. That's what it sounds like. Yeah. She's trying to be a well-rounded person, trying to get out of her comfort zone. She knows that in order, as a paladin, you can focus on one thing and get better at that thing and, whatever. But she knows Waterdeep, if she's truly going to become a part of the city, she needs to know all parts of the city. And that means that might be things that she doesn't agree with or that doesn't interest her. And she's forcing herself to eat her broccoli here. When is the first time Celise goes to sleep one day and she's like, I got to be, would you say super nice? Not nice, but
a little softer.
A little softer, yeah. Got to be softer tomorrow. What is that tomorrow like? What do you do to be softer that next day? What is something that she tries to participate in?
Not going straight for a plate armor as soon as she wakes up.
Okay, yeah.
So literally a little softer, but also trying to talk more with people because she hasn't really been the most sociable amongst the group. She's been very much like, I'm a soldier.
Yeah.
So she's had this kind of almost unwilling taking them on as found family.
Yeah.
And she misses home. She's not like a roving paladin. So, sitting down and talking to people, kind of confessing to Zaraj that she's worried about Rin.
Well, I want to see. We're gonna do Celise's softer day right now.
Oh God!
And I'm not even gonna ask who was there. I'm gonna say you talk to everyone this day. So we're gonna do scenes.
So it's a montage.
Yeah, we're gonna do a montage type thing. Yes. So she gets up in the morning. Her eyes are blinks open. She takes her shower, of course, her bath. Right. Celise always does.
Yeah, sure. For sure.
Cleanliness is next to my deity.
Yeah. Before she goes to sleep and when she wakes up in the morning, she is clean. I think, you look exactly the same as you always do without your armor, except today you have like a little barrette in your hair, just a pop of color.
No, not even that.
You're just a little bit softer today.
No, I tie my hair back, no barrette.
Yeah, okay. So you tie your hair back today. And you go downstairs, not downstairs, but you go to the kitchen area, the common area. And Ashburn is there with Chips, feeding Chips. Rin is kind of in the corner, like looking out the window. And those two are there in the room at that time. So let's see what that scene is like. I will say that these two know not to bother you. So they're not ignoring you exactly, like specifically like ignoring you. But they just, the most you get is kind of like a head nod of like, sup. And if you get a sup from Celise in the morning, like it's a good day.
So I'm gonna really surprise them. I'm gonna get like my tea or coffee. I'm just poor and don't have coffee, but I'll have my tea.
Yeah.
And I'll like sit with Ash and like reach over and like pet Chips.
So I'm eating eggs, and Chips is also eating eggs. And as soon as you pat Chips, like Ash kind of like, she makes like the startled, like, because she's never seen like you do that before. So so she kind of like spits out her eggs a little bit.
Oh.
Hey.
Are you all right?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Are you sure you like spit out your food?
Oh, I did, and then I just eat it again.
I feel like Ren like runs up to Celise, like has like a towel, like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah. Are you okay?
This usually doesn't happen. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Are you sick?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you okay? You're looking a little thin for an elf.
I mean, I'm worried about you because you're usually not nice to us in the morning.
Yeah.
Roll charisma.
God, I'm not that much of an asshole.
Or
Nat
are
20.
you?
Nat 20. Oh, yeah. So they believe you. Like, they're like, oh my God, she is finally out of her shell. You guys do not need convincing at all. Like, as soon as I'm not that big of an, like, it clicks for you guys. You're like, oh, maybe it was me. Maybe Celise has been nice this entire time. Like,
I kept you alive.
It's been softer. So yeah, that's what's happening right now.
I was just like, I saw you sitting there and I wanted to say hello. We've been in this house for how long?
For a really long time. Are you hungry?
Yeah.
And I go and because I have extra, so I bring you a plate of eggs. And I just kind of like look at you.
They're just like eating and occasionally look up like, I'm fine. I'm okay, really.
Yeah, you are. You just I don't know. I've always really wanted to get to know you more. I think that you're really awesome, and you protect us so much, and everything you do, I know is for us and for the team, and so you just sitting with me is pretty cool.
It's just me. I was just like, and Celise is like gathering her courage. She's like, well, that first night when we almost all died.
Yeah.
I told Raj because he was hurting and he was missing Levant, and I told him about the person I lost.
You lost someone?
Yeah. So I haven't had a chance. We haven't really had a chance to talk. We've been kind of running for our lives. So yeah, I lost someone very close to me, and I knew how he felt in that moment. And so I had a chance to chat with him, and you guys are like my found family now. I can't let something happen to you.
You're my family too.
Oh.
I want to hug.
Yeah,
Like,
thanks,
I
I'll
just
like hug.
All right, I let you hug me, but then I had that moment of, how far is this gonna go?
You both like hug.
It's not
That's soft.
The soft egg starts to get a little hard.
I was just like, okay, hug's done.
The camera actually heart. What is it like?
It turns into a heart.
Oh yeah, like a heart, like a heart blackout like that. And then we see Celise in kind of like this the front area of this abandoned warehouse where Shaka and Perrin are playing a game of chess. Ooh. Actually, both of you roll. God, what would it be?
Is there a chess roll?
Yeah,
Intelligence.
Roll for
Is it
chess.
intelligence?
Yeah, right.
I guess intelligence. Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll some intelligence. I want to see who's doing better in this game.
21. 21.
Definitely better than me.
Oh yeah. So, Perrin, how's this chess game going for you?
This chess game is going like every other chess game that Paranabo plays. Perfectly, unmistakably great for Perrin.
I feel like Shaka is staring at this board. He knows like all these different moves, all these different types of game theory that he's playing, and somehow Perrin's beating him. And
I will say why he's beating me.
yeah. Why is he beating you?
Okay, he's beating me because in chess you're expected to make certain moves.
Oh yeah.
And Perrin keeps making the dumbest moves.
That is correct. That is
Most
correct.
unexpected moves.
That is correct.
And I don't know if he's some kind of prodigy. He honestly has no idea what he's doing.
That is
So like I'm getting
100% what's happening.
frustrated. He's throwing me off my game.
Yeah, all you hear from that room is bits and pieces. Celise, all you hear from that room is bits and pieces of like Perrin talking, not using proper chess terminology. Like you hear. Little horse to
Okay, Celise has to come in.
but Shaka, my prawns. They're not prongs, they are pawns.
So Celise wanders in and she's staring at the board for a while. She's like, Shaka, you know, if you move your knight to this square, you could totally take this in 3 moves, right?
So we're just background gaming right now.
I'm trying to help you.
Roll intelligence. I want to see if this is the right move.
It's probably not. Oh God, that was not the best roll.
What do you got?
On intelligence on this one is, oh God, what is my intelligence?
It'll be at the top.
Wow, I need more coffee. Yeah, I was not smart. I thought I knew what I was doing because only 5.
It was a 5? Okay, I'll say this. You're actually pointing to Perrin's piece. So you're pointing to Perrin's piece, and you're like, you'll win in 3 moves. Perrin never saw it. like he's making the horsies kiss.
I was like,
He's like, oh, I win.
it's Lisa just staring. It's like, what do you? That's not how they move.
Yeah. Hey, do they play chess at the temple?
Actually, yes, we do.
Okay, sweet. Are you any good?
I'm okay. I held my own. I was on the team for a while.
Okay. Oh, the team.
Hold on.
I was on the chess team in high school.
But the order
The order had
You're on the
combative
varsity
chess.
order.
The order had combat chess as part of our training.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Oh, like
okay.
battle chess.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That works.
Do you care to take my place against this fool here who's frustrating me with his random
Sure.
moves? Okay, so I get up.
You get up.
Yeah.
Okay. You get up.
So
and take
are
some
we
places.
playing 2 against 1 now?
Oh no.
Well, I think that would even the odds.
Oh,
Aren't we just full of our little selves?
Montgomery walks in and he is very surprised to see Celise sitting playing chess. He knows that Shaka and Perrin like to play chess in the morning, just get their mind going to jumpstart the day. And he's kind of like, and he's also kind of dressed like Ebenezer Scrooge, where he's got like his long shirt on and that stupid hat, and he's
my
just
God.
like, did something happen?
No.
But is everything all right, Celise?
Why does everyone keep asking me?
It's just usually I hear them. You usually don't play chess in the morning.
Can a girl change?
I love how your soft day is just you upset. Can I be fucking soft, guys?
I'm trying to be nice here. So this is just gonna show up the next day in like bright red armor and be like, fine, I tried to be nice to you.
I will say that your arrival, Celeste, was purely unexpected.
You know, I could just leave you. I could have ignored you. I'm trying to be nice to people this morning, and this is what I get.
We can play a game. Games of chance are...
I'm not betting you money. Oh. Don't get excited. We're all broke.
Two of his chess pieces like go zipping into his, his sleeves at the same time. Oh, well.
Wait, hold on. Were you cheating at chess?
Did you see me cheat
Yes.
at chess?
Yeah, I just let him do it. It makes him feel good.
He's like,
So I just play every day. I just watch him do his cheating things. I think it looks cool, and like he gets excited. So I'm like, just let him roll with it.
I'm a paladin. I can't
Rolling.
let cheating go by.
We must roll in chess, right?
Jesus. Roll charisma. Let's see if they're getting your vibe.
Oh, God.
Actually, roll charisma with disadvantage because you're not feeling the vibe. You really haven't tried.
Oh, God. Only, 7 before disadvantage.
Okay, roll it again. Let's see if it goes lower than...
11.
Okay, so 7. It doesn't seem like the softer thing. It seems very peculiar that you're there, and that's the vibe that they're getting. I would imagine that they feel almost like, what's going on? Is someone sick? Like, why are you here? What do you do to soothe that attitude, to massage that attitude that they might have? This is softer side Celeste right now.
I just... Oh, I thought about sitting there sharpening my sword. But I was like, that'd be more normal.
I love it because it would almost be like it's difficult for her and difficult for you to find this reason. It was almost as if like if Ren was pickpocketing and he was just like, I should have your jewels. So I'm gonna say. After playing, you do get a little bit frustrated with them asking so much. I'm trying to be nice, damn it. I'm trying to be nice. And you go in the back. Zaraj is there prepping for today's training activities. He's in the back where the dock area is, and he's kind of set up, and he's working in silence. You guys work very closely together. He has, and you guys kind of have this unspoken bond and this silence. You both love or not love the silence, but it's natural. It feels good when you're around people that you know and you trust. It's okay to be silent. As you're around Zaraj, he's 100% used to working with you. He's taking on your vendetta as you have taken on his. Unspoken, you guys haven't talked about it, but you know you would do anything to help him in his quest to avenge Levant as your wife. Today is softer day of Celeste, and you walk into this dock area as he's setting up. You go to help him set up, and you start talking.
He's like, what?
Yes, exactly. So what do you say? What do you say to Zaraj what type of conversation are you having with him?
Zaraj, can I ask your advice?
He like slowly turns around and like looks at you. He also like looks around. Yeah, you can hand me that. Hand me that horse. Thank you. He takes it. Go for it. Let's hear it.
What do you do when people won't accept that there's a softer side to you?
He stops again. He drops it on accident. So you just hear like a clink on the floor. Nothing. You don't do anything. That's what I want. That sounds like a great thing to have.
Well, they're important to me, just as you've become important to me. And I just tried to sit and get to know them, and it was like they all thought something's wrong with me, that there's something that they didn't know what to do with it. And I may wear armor all the time, but that's not all there is to me, Zaraj. You know that. And it's frustrating to try to open up and to get that reception.
He continues working. You can definitely tell that he's like glancing over you because this is awkward for him as well.
And Celeste probably is aware of it, and she's like, the longer he goes without responding, she may just start working, but like be really sad.
Yeah. And you guys are working, and it seems like maybe he ignored your question, or not your question, but your statement that, how do you do that? Like, how do you become a better person for people? Because you could be a better person for people, but you want it to be received also, and make them feel good about it. And he thinks, and he says, do you remember that time when we were by the ocean?
Yeah.
He's just like working on his stuff. When I was a child, I went to the ocean, and the waves sucked me in. It took me under and threw me around, and I was so scared. The waves can be dangerous sometimes, but they move ships. The water's inside you. It doesn't matter how people view you. You know what you are. And your waves can crash, or your water can nurture. You don't have to be one thing. Water can be ice. Water can be gas. Water can be liquid. You do not have to be one at all times. You can change or nurture as you feel fit. And he kind of walks out of the room. The scene goes dark and completely black as we see Celeste making her way down the sidewalk. We see her exchange smiles and head nods with people, and also glares at like some bad people that she knows, where they feel it. They can feel this well-rounded person, this person that has fire and warmth for the people that she loves, and also has cold, dark stares for people that she knows are bad and not worth her time and would do wrong. She has been training for these 3 months to have a balancing act, to be more well-rounded, and that's what she's trying to do. In this moment, Perrin, while Perrin is going down the street like, hey, yeah, you, me, you are very specific with the people that you say hello to, that feel it. It's not as loud. It's not as noticeable. It can be a, hey, what's up? But they know who you are. You know who they are. Ren just passed you on the street, going into the dark shadows. And as he passes, you leave your hand out, where no one was, everyone has been avoiding Ren. He can feel your fingertips like brush the side of his arm. You don't have to say anything. It just exists, and he knows and he feels, that softness from you as you are traveling towards Three Daggers Alley. Ashbourne is just above, and she is running from rooftop to rooftop. Shaka has once again taken off another shirt as he Ocean's 11s through another building.
I love it.
And you guys are making your way and turning a corner onto Three Daggers Alley. I think that's a good place to stop. You guys want to take questions from people? Yeah. So we are going to take questions from our chat right now. Remember, these questions are directed to our characters. I will not answer questions about my hair once again.
Such great hair.
But yeah, if you have a question, now is the time to ask. Maybe you have a question about what they were doing the last 3 months that I didn't cover. Maybe a question about their food or their backstory. So go ahead. We're watching it come in right now. Everyone is laughing at Diana Moon X. Diana Moon X writes, "How does Zaraj do his hair? Ha 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 ha. Exactly the same way as Carlos does. Visit me on Instagram.com.
If Zaraj has an Instagram, we'll see.
So what do we have? Does anyone have any questions about today's episode? Things that you were wondering, comments that we should... what have Knock Knock and Duo been doing?
Good question.
Yeah, that's a really good question. The camera cuts over to Knock Knock and Duo. They are kind of this little, like a duo, actually. They're this training together. Knock Knock has been focusing more on the sewers, something that he's afraid of, something that he feels like if Zaraj is the guy up top, Knock Knock will be the half-orc underneath. Also, the idea that Zaraj was so scared of the sewers really makes Knock Knock feel like he should be down there. Also, with Duo has this confidence about him that he can go anywhere. It doesn't matter. And that's what he's been training the entire time. Knock Knock got hurt actually right before this training center, where we'll find out more about that next episode. But not really bad. He just couldn't participate in this training. Yeah. What else do we have?
We've got
Got a couple.
what was Celeste's wife's name?
Yeah. What was Celeste's wife's name?
My wife's name is one that is... Celeste doesn't like to talk about it, not because she doesn't love her wife or her memory anymore, mostly because she knows names have power, and she doesn't want to give her enemies that power to know what's in her heart.
Yeah, that's really good. I love that answer
That's a
because
great
I am going to use that. I already love this chat. Does Ren ever see his husband?
Zora?
Yeah.
There was there was a scene I was trying to do last season where basically like Ren, he knows that like when he left to go, be married, it was just trying to mask everything that he felt, that being lonely. And then when he got back with everybody else, he felt he knew that what he did was wrong, but he also loved this person as well, even though it was like 3 days. And I was picturing the scene that Ren is like looking at like the wedding ring that he has, and he takes it off and he just like lets it go, like drops it, and just walks away. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
God, I love this idea already, guys.
I was trying to figure out where that would fit in last season.
This is a Maury Povich.
I think we lost
Do
questions.
any of them miss the mind worms?
Yeah.
Do any
Yeah.
of them miss the mind worms? I think that.
Do it as Ash, yeah.
The thing with the mind worms that's really cool is that we're more connected with each other. Like, I can know how someone's feeling and the things that they're choosing to share or not choosing to share without having to talk about it. Because sometimes talking about stuff is a lot harder than feeling the thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
sure. And sometimes, you want to save your voice for like singing hour. You know
Yeah.
that hour in your day where you just
you
gotta
just sing it
you
out. You
sing
just
it
like blast
really
it
loud.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm all about.
Yeah, me too, though.
I'm particularly unnerved by those mind worms, and
Yeah.
I am happy that they were gone
Yeah.
because Perrin Underbow likes his mind to be a party for one.
Yeah, I don't miss him at all. not one bit. Not one bit.
Has Shaka talked to his goldfish again since?
Oh, so I was looking. Oh, I don't know if I should reveal this in this part of the show, but let's just say Shaka has been having thoughts about whether he should still be in service to his patron.
Oh,
Yeah, so like he has not talked to the goldfish, but he's been having some serious thoughts, and obviously he knows that the patron can see the thoughts. So he's just going through sort of a religious I don't know what you call it when you're questioning, your
A crisis of faith.
yeah a crisis of faith was going through. Yes, sure.
So there was a question about whether or not Shaka is wearing the jacket that Dirty D got.
Shaka, the Shaka.
So
Can't believe you guys let me do that joke.
I mean, I wasn't expecting.
So the Dirty D jacket is part of sort of the Ocean's 11 stuff,
Yeah, oh,
right?
yeah.
So like there is a time where like he has to go into kind of like, I guess the equivalent of like a biker bar where like people are wearing these kind of weird name jackets. So he'll throw the Dirty D jacket on.
That's
And
awesome.
if people ask him about it, he'll say, "Oh yeah, this is like just like my crew."
Yeah, it's us. Dirty D and the Shaka.
Yeah.
2 apple juices, please. Straight up on the rocks.
This question keeps popping up. Celise, what is your biggest pet peeve?
Ooh, my biggest pet peeve is a toss-up between liars.
Yeah, I'm like,
No, I'm there.
So that explains why I'm not too fond of Senor Underbow on occasion. But also people that don't keep oaths. So an oath breaker, which is why her current predicament is really...
yeah, I was about to say. I was like,
yeah.
That's
You're-
cool.
So Celise takes her oaths very, very seriously. And the current situation is pushing those boundaries.
Yeah, almost like a gray Jedi, right?
Yes.
Like being
Yeah,
able to
she
use
doesn't
the
want
light.
she doesn't want to go dark side because
Yeah.
but she's also thinking about what will happen when she gets her hands on her nemesis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be that dark side moment.
I'll ask Celise a question. Do you have a like? It sounds like you have a plan in mind for when you catch this person. Do you have a plan in mind?
Oh, Celise has a plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to share some of it?
It involves 4 horses, some
Okay.
rope,
Wow. Old school.
drawing a
Chariot
quarter.
race.
Drawing and quartering. I mean, it is fantasy.
Oh wow. I think we got time for like 2 more. Let's see.
yeah, I think
Do
we
you guys
missed
have one?
I
It went pretty fast.
I think we missed a few.
Do you guys remember? I don't even. I
Can
should
you
have.
repeat
Someone
questions?
asked what level our characters are at. I saw that one.
Oh, we're 5.
5.
We're all level 5.
Oh yeah, Mr. Perrin. Someone asked, Mr. Perrin, do you have an enemy?
Perrin Underbow doesn't collect enemies. He collects friends that he has not met yet.
I don't know.
That's a cop out.
That is totally a cop out. That is an answer that Perrin would give.
Yeah.
So out of character, I would say that Perrin does an incredible job of making enemies all of the time. Partially because Perrin is very charming, but has this way about him of turning some people crazy.
Oh yeah.
Building them up
You've
and
kinda done that a couple times.
destroying their self-esteem. So I think that Perrin does what he needs to do in order to get himself or the people with whom he is congregated currently out of trouble, but doesn't really think about the repercussions of how he gets themselves out of that trouble. He's chaotic neutral, so the ends kind of justify the means.
Yeah.
And he doesn't really think about the consequences of those things, and he'll deal with them if and when they come.
What's that? Did you guys watch The Good Place?
Yes,
Kevin Russell?
yes.
What's
Watch
that,
The Good Place.
What's that guy's name?
Which one?
Michael?
The monk guy.
Yeah, the
Oh
guy.
yeah.
What's
David, right?
is it? David?
David.
Daniel?
Yeah,
David?
I think it's David.
It's 30D.
I thought it was him. It's
Somebody with a D.
But where he says, he's like, every time I have a problem, I throw a Mouthtel.
Jason.
Jason.
Yes.
I throw a
David.
cocktail, and then just like that, I have another problem.
So there's another
Yeah,
question. Oh, sorry.
No, I was just saying, I feel like being a bard, just other bards wouldn't like you because you're the bard extraordinaire.
Yes.
And they're competitive.
Yeah.
So I feel like
envy.
through your travels, they're like, oh, that Perrin, he's taking all the gigs.
As far as Perrin Underbow is concerned, the only other bard is the bard in training, Ashburn.
Wow.
That's me.
It's a one-person industry.
So there's a question in the chat from Diana repeating Ender Knight 1500, asking if there's any romantic tension with Celise and Zaraj.
He wasn't specific, but that's what I picked up. So they're asking Zaraj and Celise right now. Like we're like,
no, this is like the camera shot.
This
in
is
the
in-
office.
So it's like
I feel like she was hitting on me.
the split screen.
Oh gosh, confessionals.
yeah. It cuts to Zaraj where he's just like, and then it goes.
That's all you
It goes over to Celise. Do you say anything into the camera or?
You'll just have to watch and find out.
Dun, 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 dun,
Same
dun,
bad
dun.
time. Same bad shit.
Do you like each other?
Or do you like
Yeah, I imagine that question came from Ashbourne as she slips a piece of paper.
Yeah, it's just like circle yes or no.
Zaraj opens it up, looks right at the camera. Dun, dun, dun.
Celise just crumples it up because she's still mad about trying to be nice and how people responded. And so, but Celise, like, in character, Celise has a bond with Siraj she does not have with some of the other characters, but she's trying to work through if it's romantic or if it's more of you're a kindred spirit, because she would still feel guilty even though her wife is dead.
Yeah.
And then out of character, there are plans afoot. But, depending on what works for the game and what doesn't work for the game. Because I'm not sure how NPC-PC romance would work out.
Well, we could see if it happens, it happens. Someone wrote Ashburn's going to parent trap Celise and Zaraj.
Oh, God.
I mean,
All we see is we cut to a scene where Zaraj and Celise are walking or working in the warehouse on something like building these like fighting dummies or whatever. And all we hear is Ashburn humming as she walks through to the other side. Let's get together, yeah.
And I'm just like we look at each other and look at her like, did you hear that?
I think we're good for today.
Yeah.
Let's go around the table and let's say what we're up to, where you can find us on the interwebs, and then sign off. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Tanya DePass. I play Celise Astorio. You can find me everywhere as Cypher of Tyr, CYPHEROFTYR. And in the coming weeks, I'm going to be at the Streamlabs conference in San Francisco. I'll be at TwitchCon as well in October, and Patreon's conference and different games. So I'm doing a lot of travel between now and the end of November.
I'm Brandon Sinnis. I play Ren Leadon. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at I am Brandon TV, Twitch at twitch.tv/I am Brandon. Next thing I have coming up is TwitchCon. I have a few panels, so I'll be there.
All right. My name is Cicero Holmes. I play Perrin Underbow, your favorite bard, the only bard around. You can find me on Twitter at StubbyStan. But while you guys are on Twitch today, check out twitch.tv/SpawnOnMe for our Spawn for Good charity event where we're talking about voters' rights, getting everybody out to vote, help and contribute. We're trying to raise $5,000, so please go ahead and do that. I've got one more thing. Hi, Diana Moon's mom. She is a lovely, lovely woman. I love her. The other thing that I love are my two stepkids who are turning 21 today. Happy birthday. Love you guys.
Happy birthday, guys.
You guys are jerks.
I'm Surena Marie. I play Ashbourne. You can find me on Twitter at SerenaXMarie. I will be at Gamehole Con and PAX Unplugged, so I'm really excited about that. And you can find me on the Dungeon Rats.
Hey, and I'm Shareef Jackson. I play Shaka. You can find me at ShareefJackson.com and at Shareef Jackson on social networks. Wanted to reiterate, I was gonna say parents thing, but Cicero's note about the Spawn for Good stream. I believe we're about halfway to our $5,000 goal, and we're working with Vote Writers. So make sure to check out. We'll be sharing that throughout the day, and I don't believe I have any panels set up later, but if I think of one, I'll be sharing it out. So thanks.
And I am Carlos Luna. You can find me on social media under @CarlosCrits, both Instagram and Twitter. You could also find me on my show, The Dungeon Rats. I will also be at Gamehole Con and PAX Unplugged. You could actually catch. I'm doing improv, an improv workshop at both locations. So if you can sign up, I think Gamehole Con might be all full. I'm pretty sure. I don't know about PAX Unplugged. I don't think they announced it yet. But even if you show up to Gamehole Con, come. I'll let you in. I mean, I'm not saying this to everyone, but maybe everyone. I'm not sure. Come talk to me. Maybe we can get you there. But yeah, we will see you guys next week. We have been Rivals of Waterdeep. Thanks, guys.